Bullet holes and shrapnel. The marks left by the war on the building Emina had to flee are still visible. More than 25 years have passed since the tanks suddenly appeared beneath her window.
I could see in my father's eyes that something bad was happening.
Emina was 8 years old, about the age of the girl who lives here now. When the enemy soldiers came, her parents sent her along with their neighbors who fled to Croatia the same day.
We waited for night to fall and packed a few things. I had a backpack, and I remember that my teddy bear kept me company on the back seat, where we kids were sitting.
What was meant to be a few days away from the fighting turned into years. Emina made it to Germany. And although her host family welcomed her with open arms, she was homesick. She wanted to return to Sarajevo, even as the war was still raging. But for that, she needed her passport. In the rush, her parents had forgotten to give it to her. The passport she was issued as a replacement was very different.
It only stated my date of birth. That was all I knew at the time. I didn't have any papers with me when I left Sarajevo, so a few things were missing from the passport. In particular, my complete ID number. This is the passport I came home with.
The War Childhood Museum in Sarajevo has collected thousands of pieces, including Emina's passport. Every exhibit represents a child's story that the museum's founder, Yasminko Halilovic, has collected. Originally conceived as a book project, it's become a prize-winning museum concept that's setting an example for the world.
I thought the children's perspective wasn't getting enough attention, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to document the experiences of children whose lives were shaped by war.
An essential aspect of the museum's work is to educate visitors about peace. More than 5,000 children and teenagers come to the museum every year. Some are looking for their own parents' stories.
The children back then didn't have what we do. They didn't have any toys. They didn't have freedom. They were locked up at home with no food or water.
This is my first time here, and I see a lot of emotion. Lots of sadness, but also the happy moments people experienced during the war.
The exhibitions tell not only stories of war, but of survival as well. Emina knew immediately that she wanted to be a part of the project. She came across her old passport at home.
Maybe I hid it from myself so I wouldn't give it away, but keep it as a reminder. But when the museum started up, I really wanted to be a part of it. It's the right place to preserve my memories.
Bosnia's media is still full of the politicians' nationalist rhetoric. People seem to be getting tired of it. They don't want to see a revival of the conflict between Bosnians and Serbs.
The exhibits and stories come from all over Bosnia. I'm happy that reports about the museum in the country have been positive. That's quite rare for projects about the war.
Emina is hoping for a better future for herself and her family. Her husband's been working in Germany for 2 years now. Soon, she and her children will be joining him near Hamburg, where she had lived as a refugee.